Good afternoon. Today we're stepping into a part of filmmaking most audiences never see, but always hear. Sound has the power to create tension, emotion, realism, and imagination, often without us even noticing. Behind every creaking door, crunching footstep, or dramatic punch is an artist shaping the world through sound. You'll discover how ordinary objects become extraordinary sound effects used in professional productions. El Camino Real Charter High School and ITMA present Making Movies Sound Real, a live Foley workshop with Sanaa Kelley. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, I'm Sanaa Kelley. I don't know if you guys follow my social media, Real Foley Sound. I do Foley. I have here my mixers, Mark Lanza.
Hello.
So today I'm going to be talking about Foley. I don't know if you're familiar with it, if you know it exists, but it does. So my job is to create sound for movies. When I first got introduced to Foley, it was 31 years ago. I went and saw some guy having a bunch of junk, making noise, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm doing sound for movies. I'm like, well, aren't they recording the actors? There's a boom operator, there's mics, you hear the dialogue. What do they have to do Foley? Why do we have to walk in front of the mic? And he explained to me, when they say quiet on the set, they literally make the set quiet. That means if someone's wearing heels and they're walking, you're gonna hear the heels louder than the dialogue. So then they're gonna have to go to the studio and redo their lines, matching performance, matching everything. It's called ADR, like matching it perfectly. So it's really hard to do that and make it sound natural. So what they do, they make it quiet. They put stuff under their shoes so you don't hear anything. If, for example, someone's eating a potato chip, if they're gonna get the bag and talk, you're gonna hear the bag louder and crunching. So they make props that sound, they look like the actual chip, but they're not. They might have fabric that doesn't make noise because they wanna capture a nice, clean dialogue. So this is the little thing about Foley. When I first started, I thought, you know what, I'm a total overachiever, got straight A's, and I was walking before I was one. I can do this. It's just walking, anyone can do it. So what I didn't realize is, when I'll do a demo, when you're doing Foley, you have to stay in front of the mic because there's no one chasing you around as you're walking. You have to match the exact sync when they're walking, and you have to match emotion because Foley is the part of sound that is performed. If someone is happy, if I'm happy and walking, there's like a little upbeat to my feet. Versus someone's sad, someone's depressed, there's a little drag to their feet. This goes with everything. A hand pat. If you're sad, you're not gonna be like, oh my God, like your hands are sad. There's like a heaviness to it. So it goes, even when you're chewing, even when you're eating. So there's emotion. Foley is the performed part. You're acting with sound. So this is why it's performed. And what I didn't realize, since you stay in front of the mic, there are no stairs. You gotta make it sound like stairs. You gotta walk straight, you gotta run. While you're watching the screen, matching the performance, matching the sync, and also matching the shoes, whatever they're wearing. So this is the fun thing of Foley, creating everything to picture. Another thing about Foley is you don't always have the prop, the actual thing that they're using. If there's a cockroach, I'm not gonna turn into a cockroach. I'm not gonna get a roach to come over here and perform for me. I gotta do it. So for example, to get a roach sound, which I had to do before, it was a really nice pine cone with my nails, and you were talking about the big one, so I could just go. And if they're flying, I could use couple feathers, you know, the big, nice ones. I've done it for scary movies where there's a bunch of things. I could just do like little wings for them. I could use this for birds, for anything. Other fun props that I like to use. Someone gave me this. Let me find my knife. If you wet it, it sounds squeaky. I don't know if I'm going to wet it now. But then I was playing with it, and then sometimes we have to do, I'm like eating my hair somewhere. Sometimes you have to do like toast, buttering toast. Well, I'm not going to sit there and butter toast, wait for it to toast. This sounds really good. Just by me playing with it, I'm going to butter some toast. So without having to bring bread to it. I don't know if you guys watch SpongeBob. How many of you watch SpongeBob? Okay, so you guys, a lot of you watch SpongeBob. So the last movie, I had to do Mr. Krabs. And I'm not going to get a Krabs to perform for me. So what I did, I always go to the stores. I'm always listening. I thought this was really cool. The minute I touch it, I'm like, oh, if I ever do SpongeBob, this will be great. So you just hold it. It's like his insides when he's walking. His little feet, I do them then separate. So Foley's about being creative. It's about kind of like thinking outside the box. Another fun one, I actually saw an effects person. They used this for the movie Dune. He used it for helicopters. And then we'll get Mark, for example. I could record it. He could EQ it and make it sound amazing. Like shows. I don't know if you guys watched the new animation Stranger Things. So I did that one with my crew. So a lot of the monsters and stuff, I literally stick a microphone inside a bell pepper and like kind of open it. Use cantaloupe, use a lot of vegetables with that. For breaking bones, I use a lot of like celery, lasagna. Lasagna is great depending on the bone. I use lasagna for breaking glass. What's another fun thing? Little glow sticks, good for little fingers. I don't know if the show is out yet, Spider-Man Noir with Nicolas Cage. That's another, has a lot of sounds, all Foley that we did. Let's see, what's another fun things we can tell you about Foley. Oh, when we're doing sound, when they give us, like the picture editors, they shoot the film, and then they give us to do the sound. They give it to like the post house. So there's usually sound supervisor, like Mark, and like Bernard. And there's usually a dialogue editor. Someone goes through and edits all the dialogue. There's ADR. That means if their line is not clean, like someone is talking and clapping, they're gonna have to replace my lines. So that's for ADR, and then there is sound effects, there's backgrounds, and then someone else does music, and they get it all together and mix it, and Foley, of course. So we work as a team, always as a team. For example, if there's a car crash, that's usually all sound effects, but they need help with it. I will have to step in and help and do something with it. There's a fine line between Foley and sound effects. We work together, and depending on the budget, we'll overlap a lot. If the budget is not that great, then we'll be like, you know what, no, I can't help you with the car. I gotta finish my stuff. So Foley, the first thing we do is we do cloth, we do footsteps, and then we do props. So the first thing I normally do, I try to show you guys before we give you some demos, is I get a chair, usually a chair that doesn't make any noise. Let me see, I'm gonna move the mic so to make sure. So I usually get a chair that doesn't make any noise. This chair, I would not use it. It sounds great for Foley. This actually is great, I like it, but I wouldn't do cloth with it. So when I do cloth, I usually mic it right at my stomach, so I have to know exactly what I'm eating and how it affects my stomach. I can't eat anything that makes my stomach growl. I know if I have half a bagel, my stomach is gonna be nice and quiet. I can't wear jewelry, like normally I won't have a watch on, because the jewelry will make noise. I'm in front of the mic and I'm doing cloth pass. Anytime the actor walks, moves the arm, I'm doing cloth for the actor. I have headphones on. One ear has production, I'm listening to the dialogue. The other ear, I'm getting the feed of my cloth to make sure there's no clicks, no ticks, there's nothing in it, it's nice and clean. So once I do the whole show or TV or movie with cloth, the reason behind is I'm listening to production. If there's any, like if I hear this looks like wood, but it actually sounds like marble, then I'll talk to the sound supervisor. Hey, how would you like me to play it? How does the director want it to play? So after I listen to it, then I know the emotion. I know exactly what's going on. Then I'm able to act it out. I'm able to perform it. And after that, we do hand pats and we do all the props. Okay, so that's the first step. Do cloth. We know what's going on. Oh, before I even start doing Foley, someone goes through and cues it. By cueing it, it means someone watches the whole show and goes track by track. Let's say you have Mike, Larry, Sanaa, all these actors. They go through, and anytime they take a step, they'll say, for example, Sanaa sneakers on wood. From this point to that point, they'll have a region here, like Mark has it there, like in Pro Tools. And then I know exactly, I have my actor that's wearing sneakers, they're walking on wood. So and then they go to the next track, the next track, the next track. It could be grass. So whatever that's going on the screen, I'm going to match the shoes, I'm going to match the surface, and I'm going to match the performance as well. So after we do the cloth, we do the feet, then we go to the props. With props, a lot of people's like, what is props? Everything. Any hand pat, any head scratch, when they drink, when they swallow, if they touch, anything they touch, we do it in Foley. Stuff that we don't do, let's say for someone gets into the car, hand to car, open the door, sit in, that's all Foley. Keys, the actual engine start, that's Foley. The door slam effects. The door slam is effects. So now we're gonna have Mark play some stuff from, if you guys don't follow my social media, this is straight from my social media from A Real Foley Sounds one. So that looks like a nice little short scene. It probably took us 4 hours to do it. Thank you. There's some Foley artists in there with some nice clapping. Okay, so that little scene could take us 4 hours to do because number one, we have to do a cloth pass for all of them. Then I have to do her feet. Then all the people around her have to be done in a group, 2 Foley artists. Anyone that goes and fights with her, they're done separately. Every weapon hit, every extra arm movement is done separately. So when they're mixing it, they could actually isolate it and make it bigger. And when she fell on the ground, even though I did it with feet, I also do it in props as well. Let's see if you guys can guess what this is. Can you guess what it is? It is a horse, yes. Those are so fun. Okay. So now we're going to do live demos. So normally what I will do, I'll watch it while I'm doing cloth. So I don't know exactly what's going on. So we're going to have a man walking. He's wearing a man dress shoe, and he's walking in the garage. So normally when we're doing Foley, we have 2 mics. We have the close mic, we have the far mic. And then we're also, it gives it a natural reverb, because if you're in a garage, there's this natural reverb thing that you want to do it as natural as we want. We can while we're doing Foley, even though the re-recording mixers will add it later. So once I see that he's wearing a man dress shoe, I have to change my shoes. I can't wear, I can't wear sneakers just because I'm wearing them. I have to match what he's wearing. And a lot of times when I buy shoes, I buy them a little bit bigger than my foot. So if someone is bigger, I could add more socks and make it deeper. Or if someone's smaller, I wear leg socks and it makes it less big. So one shoe could have like 2 different sounds depending on the sock. And I usually name my shoes. This one was called Jimmy. I think I was working on Yellowstone, and that Jimmy can end up having the shoe. So I'm going to move the mic. I usually tell my mixer so I don't kill his ears. Okay, I need to see the screen, so I'm going to turn it a little bit this way.
Ready for me to roll?
All right, here we go. So I missed the first step. There's two ways we could go around it. Mark could go and steal one of my steps and fix it, depending how generous he feels. Or we could be like, you know what, you're getting paid to get synced. Why don't you go ahead and do it again? So let's see what Mark is deciding for us today.
Yeah, we're going to fix that.
He's going to fix it.
Thank you.
Mark does not
I'm working
want
on
to
it.
hear my
Oh,
feet
there
again.
we are. There's where it hits.
So
right
normally also when we're doing, because I'm in a garage, what I would normally do, obviously I'm going to use the cement floor, and I would give it a little bit of grit, which I don't want to put right now. I have it inside here. I use Folgers coffee, and I put a little bit on my floor. I like medium roast, not because of the taste, but if dark roast, they roast it more. So what happens, they get darker, and it has a lot more oils. Medium roast, it's not a lot of oil, so you're not going to get the squeak. You don't want to hear a squeak. It's outside. So that's why I use medium roast. And it smells
we're in
good.
sync.
Like a little bit of useless information, right? So he's playing it now. So if I was a little out of sync, that's why it's a team. We call us a team, the Foley mixer and the Foley artists. If I'm slightly out, then he'll check it and fix it a little bit before he could give it to the crew. Sometimes there's a Foley editor if the budget allows it. If not, it goes straight from him to the stage to where the client is going to listen to it. So we're going to make sure every step is perfect. We're going to see the next one. I love this girl. I call her my little hot mess. Okay, who can guess what I need to do besides the feet? The what? Wind? No, that's the what? Yes, the jacket. What else? The bag, the purse. Yes, exactly. Perfect. You guys have done this before. So now I'm going to choose shoes. Just because they don't look spiky like hers doesn't mean they're not spiky. Obviously, I would have it on a cement floor. And I would have, actually it makes more sense if I have it this way so I could see better. Got to work smarter, not harder. Okay? I will put a little bit of the grit. Let me see if I could put a little grit, actually, just because I can. So here's without grit. It's wood. But we'll do it with cement. So it's just a little bit of coffee ground. I'm going to scrape. It's going to hurt your ears. Too much. She looks like she just came from the beach. Just a little bit goes a long way. Just like a little hint. So now I'm going to walk her. Ooh. I always do stuff like this. It's okay. It's Foley artists. They're always messy. Here we go. So you're going to hit the hits. I missed the beginning, obviously. Thank you, guys. Who here thinks it's easy? Anyone thinks it's easy? Can I have someone come and try it? Anyone want to try it? Okay, come on. Yes. All right. What size shoe are you? Okay, so I'm going to give you my shoe to put on. Okay, what's your name? Mia. Okay, here you go, Mia. You can put my shoe. You know what? Let me give you a thick sock. Here, put this sock on so it could fit you. You can sit in the chair so you don't fall. Okay, so Mark is going to play her for you again. So you could memorize her step. And just think, just think hot mess, okay? When you do her. Yeah, I'm going to teach you how to do it. You're going to come here. And then we're going to watch it. Mark is going to play it for us. So it's going to be, okay? This is a sample. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice little heel toe. Okay. Like that. Okay, now he's going to play it. Now you're going to do it. So he's going to have yours and he's going to have mine.
Oh, wait a minute. There we go.
Do I do it harder with the foot?
You could do it as, yeah, do it hard.
Harder?
You
All
got to
right.
be bigger than life, because they could always mix it down.
Okay.
All right, here we go. 3,
Okay.
2, 1.
You hit about 50%. There you go. Good job.
Harder than it looks.
It is way harder. I thought I could do it. Like, first take, I'm like, I'm an overachiever. I can do it. I couldn't do it. So that's why this is the reason I even started my Instagram and TikTok is for you guys. Because when I was first learning to do Foley, no one wanted to teach me. So I had to figure everything out, everything the hard way, do it multiple times. Thank you, Mia. Good job. All right, let's see. That was really good. First try to get a nice little heel toe. That's great. Let's see what else. Mark, he saw stuff he had a little bit out of sync. Mark, do you want to walk us through what you're doing?
Sure. Basically, it's pretty easy. I'm just taking the feet, and as soon as you see the heel go down, I'm taking that first waveform here. Here, I'll make it a little bigger. You can see it. And I'm lining that up with the foot down. So we'll go for the next foot down happens right there. And this one looks like a frame or so early, so I'll put a splice. And there it is. Put it right there. We go for the next foot. There it is. Also a little early, so I'll put a splice, put it there. Let's see, where's the next one? Boom. Same thing, a frame or two early. They were just a little fast, but great for your first effort there.
That was amazing for first time. So he just goes through and lines them up, and then he's going to go through too the spaces, and he's going to fill them up too. So you're not changing the room where it's like there's noise and there's nothing, there's noise and there's nothing. So he's going to want the room to make it as seamless as possible before he ships it out to his client. Okay, so
let me see.
we're going to have him edit.
One, boom, right there.
That's why you always want to be nice to your coworkers, because they could really make or break your day. Because if your mixer is not very nice, they'll make you do it 20 times to get it absolutely right. They won't move anything.
Yep.
And you see, Mia, even mine were out of sync. He's lining up, like yours is more in sync than mine. He's fixing it.
All right, we're almost
so
there.
Now he's going to play it for us.
Oh, that one lines right up.
Almost there.
That one's a little early.
Perfect.
And the big one. Actually, that was a pretty big one.
Yeah,
that
it's
kind of
pretty
lines
good.
up.
So now we're going to hear Mia's stuff.
All right. Oops.
I mean, they're not going to hear the space in between now.
Okay, here comes Mia's stuff. I
Here's
didn't fill
Mia's
it.
stuff.
but
Here we go, guys. You saw that? That was beautiful. All right, let's see what's. No, that was awesome. Let's see what's next. I'll get more volunteers for the next ones too. So the other one was a spiky heel. What's important when you do Foley, it's like your craft, you need shoes, right? So you gotta make sure you have the right shoes. So you can't go to a Foley stage as a Foley artist without having all your tools with you. So you're supposed to be getting a lot of shoes. I actually got hired to work on a show. Even though the other artists had better credits than me, I got the job because they came in with a little bag with shoes. I brought like suitcases with me. I'm like, I'm ready for this. That's why I got hired. Before they even heard me, they knew they were gonna hire me. Always come over prepared, not just Foley, anything in life. So we're gonna do a demo because it's a chunky heel. So I'm using this one. I know my shoes, I know what they sound like. They don't have to look like hers, although hers are really cute. This one sounds good for her.
Let me know when you want to record.
So same thing. I don't think we need to do this. We'll go to the
Okay.
next one. Kissing. Who?
Need a volunteer?
Kissing. Any volunteers? All right, come on. Give me someone. Let's go. Yeah? All right. Okay, so how are you going to do the kissing? Oh. All right, so kissing is one of those. I actually did a thing where I went with Tiffany Haddish on her show. And kissing came, and she's like, come here, girl. I'm like, oh, hell no. Stay away from me. No. So kissing is one of those that it's really tricky because what... So you're going to do, like you're going to practice kissing. How would you practice kissing? This is how I practice kissing. Okay, yeah, get in there. Now you're going to kiss. So the kissing, when the mouth goes on, there's no sound for that. It's the release. Yeah, the release of the kiss. So Mark is going to play it for us. I'm going to do it, then you'll do it. Okay, well, I got to see it. Hold on, Mark. Okay, here we go. I was a little early. Okay. And then it's not very wet. It's a little bit of dry kiss. If it was a little wet, you lick your hand a little bit and you kiss it so it doesn't sound dry. Okay, now, and what's your name?
Jerry.
Jerry.
I go by Jerry.
Okay. Jerry's going to do some kissing for us. You got this.
All right, we need it quiet in the back, so we just pick up Jerry.
All right.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I did that so late.
Even if you miss it, it's okay. Because we got a magical man with Pro Tools. If you miss it, you just go. Just give it a nice smooch. Yeah.
Honestly, they always tell me take every chance. Like, we only
I
live
love it.
once.
Yes, I love this. Good job, Jerry. Okay, you want to do it one more time or you're good? Okay, so one more time,
Okay.
big smooch. If you miss it, no problem.
When I set my mind to something to like actually accomplish it, I have
You got this. Go for it. There's your mic. There's your
You're all
kissing.
good, Jerry.
Go,
Ready?
Jerry. You got this.
Let
And
me
if
know
you
when you're
miss
ready
it,
to go.
it's fine. Quiet on the set. Oh,
Nice.
love that.
You ready, Jerry?
yes, sir.
All right, here comes.
love your kisses. Give it up for Jerry, guys. You did it. Good job. You're good. So that was good. Kissing is always so much fun until they keep kissing a lot. Then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm over it. All right.
Should I
So
edit that
that's the
up, or-
kissing.
Okay.
Mark it. There was like a little interesting smooch there.
Yeah.
Mark really loves it. He really wants to sneak it in there. Usually when we do Foley, a lot of my starts are way off. When we do Foley, we have beeps. It's usually beep, beep, beep. The fourth imaginary beep is when I react. That's why I missed all the first things. I'm waiting for my beeps and I never got them. Okay, so let's see.
Oops.
But for first time, Jerry and Mia, that was amazing.
All right, there's a little noise in the back.
Yeah, I like that.
There we go. That's
You
one.
heard that? But you guys see what Mark is doing. He's going through. This is the smooch. So he's lining it up with the release. So he's looking for the big sounds and he's putting them there. All right, I think,
Okay.
Mark, maybe we'll go to the dragon
Okay.
or snow. Which one is it?
I know where the dragon is, if you want to do that first.
Let's do dragon. We'll do a dragon
well, let's
first, then
see.
we'll do snow.
We got,
So for snow, like when I work on Stranger Things, the animation, we actually, per episode, I use about 250 pounds of snow that we're bringing to the stage because we just want it to sound as authentic as possible. If the budget doesn't allow it, or the client likes different sounding snow, I usually use cornstarch. Cornstarch, I put in a pillowcase. It sounds like a beautiful snow sound. I'm going to give you a little sample while he's getting us the dragon. I love the dragon. And then we'll do a dragon
wait,
and maybe...
start with the dragon?
Yeah, let's start with the dragon.
Okay.
I'll give you samples of the snow so you guys can hear it. Oh, questions? Okay. Here's the snow. Are you guys hearing it? All right, so... Okay, we're going to do the dragon, then we're going to move it over to questions. Well, for dragon sounds, there's a couple ways to do it. We're going to use leather. So Mark is going to play it for me. He's going to record.
Oh, you want me to record now? I'm not recording yet.
So that's a dragon.
All right, I didn't record that.
Okay, he's going to
Okay.
record it now.
Here-
Ready, guys? And then we could also do it with this.
Okay, here we go. Beep, beep, beep.
Oh, thank you. This dragon has crepitus. I keep hearing it. So it's just about being creative. Okay, does anyone have any questions? We have like 8 minutes of questions. A lot. I'm really rich. No, I'm just kidding. It depends. It depends how long you've been doing Foley for. Like if you're going to start at the beginning, you're not going to make anything. Because they can't hire you to watch them. You have to be able to work. When you start being good, if you go to IAT, which is the unions, what is it, Mark?
IATSE.
IATSE.
IATSE. Yeah.
Yeah, if you go there, you could see how much what everyone's making. I think Foley is about $63 an hour starting when you're good. And it could go up to $300 an hour. It's like you could set your prices. Once you're at the level that you've been in for a long time and they request you, you could decide how much you want to get paid. And if they're willing to pay it, I'm not going to say no. I'm like, yes. Any other questions?
How does a bite?
I'm sorry?
How does a zombie make like a scorching sound? You know how whenever they bite, it makes like a flesh squishing.
Oh, squishing. I love that. Squishing is like one of my favorites. I like to get a car chamois. Have you guys used a car chamois before? It's like literally called a car chamois, like a chamois. You get it, and it has this like kind of sound to it when you wet it. So depending on how juicy the bite is, like how wet it is, if there's like really bloody, I'm gonna make it squishier. And if they're biting like areas where there's like a little bone, I'm gonna add like a little bone crack. Like if they like, I don't know if you guys watch Santa Clarita Diet. Anyone watch that? Yeah. I had to like eat a lot of celery because they eat the ribs. When they eat the brain, there's different parts of the body, and it sounds different. Like The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, when I was working on those, there's like different kind of bodies that sound squishy versus hard kind of thing. So it depends on what it is. I used cantaloupe before. I use oranges. Like, it depends how juicy it needs to be. That was a great question. Any other questions, guys? Yes. Okay, he has a mic. Good. It's better to hear you that way.
Right here?
Ask your question, bro.
What shows have you been on?
What shows? I've done a lot of shows. Some of the ones that just came out: Stranger Things, the animation, Spider-Man Noir with Nicolas Cage, finished SpongeBob that already got a release. There's a lot of video games, which I can't talk about. Some of your favorite games, I probably did them. Let's see, what else am I working on? We do a lot of work, a lot of shows, but some of them I'm not allowed to talk about them until they're released. So we did previously Ted Lasso, Shogun, Riverdale, Shameless, Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, Arrow, Supernatural, a lot of them, a lot of shows. I see a hand up. Okay.
Does Mark enjoy his job?
Mark enjoys his job a lot, actually. Mine's a lot different than Sanaa's job. I'm mostly an effects person, and I supervise the overall project. I've worked on, used to do a lot of features. Lately, I've been doing a lot of TV. I just finished up with the season 4 of Reacher. If any of you guys, who watches Reacher? Thank you. I feel the love. And there's a spin-off of Reacher called Neely that's coming out. And there's a 30th anniversary of a show that I did 30 years ago, obviously, called Independence Day. And so if any of you guys have seen that movie Independence Day with Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum and all those guys. So yeah, I've done a lot of stuff with Oliver Stone. Who else? True Lies with Schwarzenegger.
Oh, I love that.
That's a fun one, right?
Really good one.
So yeah, a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. You got like 3 minutes. Anyone have any questions? Jerry?
Yes. Okay. Question. Well, actually, 2 questions, if that's all right with you.
Okay.
First question: how do you guys make explosion sounds?
That is a question for Mark.
Yeah, that's for me. Well, we like to start when we can with actually going out and recording explosions. I go out a lot recording guns, cars, explosions, all kinds of cool stuff. And then we augment it. And even like if there's an explosion that happens and I put on all my big effects, we'll get some real explosions. We'll maybe get some kind of drum machine or something to give it some good low end that'll move the air in the theater. Just for the subs, and then depending on where the explosion is, like if it's a car that explodes, I'm going to put ripping metal sounds in there, and I like to sneak a little bit of the Godzilla roar in there, so the metal sounds like as it's ripping the car apart, that kind of thing. And then Sanaa will do something like if it's out in the field, like she'll have, after the explosion kind of is settling, she'll do some sand or something, dirt sprinkling down, and glass tinkling and that kind of thing. I'll do like the big glass, and then she'll do like the little shards of glass just to give it that extra layer of texture and things like that.
For big, like I had to do for Those Who Wish Me Dead with Angelina Jolie, and I actually had to help with the explosion of the building. I got a ladder, and I got like tiles, like an Italian tile, and I was just throwing it for the big hits, and then I had to do any little rock that moved, and we had to do that. We even helped with car crashes and stuff, but the budget allowed it.
Right, and some Foley people will even do stuff where they'll slow down the recorder, so that way it'll sound bigger and heavier when they do their Foley, and then they can move it around and put it in sync and help the effects out, which is great.
And then we have some mics that actually do that, where it sounds more lower and stuff, contact mics and stuff like that too. Okay,
all right, guys. Thank you, guys. We've run out of time. It's about lunchtime, guys. Give it up for Sanaa and Mark, guys. Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.